As many students continue to learn remotely, some are having a more difficult time than others because they're on the spectrum.
Our 18 News reporter Ty Wong joining us now live at the studio with more on that. Good evening, Ty.
Good evening, Zach and Jordan. Learning remote has been a challenge for parents and children. I spoke with some parents who say school has been even harder for their kids on the spectrum, and their grades have suffered. 2020 took students out of their classroom and into their homes on Zoom.
It's been a struggle. I know she was a little confused last year when she all of a sudden was unable to attend in-person learning.
For Suzette Morgan, remote learning has been a struggle for her 9-year-old daughter Aubriana because she has autism.
She gets her services through school, which include speech, physical therapy, and occupational therapy. So when that had to go from in-person to virtual, it was very stressful for her.
Morgan says that she's noticed Aubriana's grades were going down. Special education teacher Kim Sanford says teachers are doing what they can to help alleviate the stress on parents and students.
I know I make tons of phone calls to parents to say, hey, what are you doing? How's Johnny doing, with virtual learning?
After being remote for so long, Sanford says she's seen some students start to blossom. Meanwhile, some parents like Ashley Walker have decided to leave the in-school sessions in the past and homeschool their children.
Even with distance learning, we would have to be on their timetable and have to do the assignments that they wanted done. And when everything happened in March, I realized that if it were to come to that in the fall, that she probably wouldn't do well.
Walker says when students go back to in-person learning, she's concerned for her daughter, Aniston.
We had worked for years in therapy, in multiple therapies, on how to be confident and how to be social and how to interact with people. For her being autistic, that's hard for her. Socially, I'm a little worried what her transitioning back to school will look like.
And now that orange and yellow zone restrictions have been removed for parts of the Twin Tiers, school districts are now looking at how they're going to bring students back into the classroom. Reporting live in the studio, Ty Wong, 18 News.